What's it like playing against Michael Jordan?
It was cool. It was
You're one of the few guys that can say that, by the way.
It was actually cool, man, because it gave us the opportunity to work harder, because we knew these guys was coming, and once we start playing them, and once we got in the play with these guys, but it's like it's hard to keep that guy under 30 points. It was hard, man. He was that good, man.
You guys had what they called the Jordan rules.
We came up with that saying with Jordan, because this is what Chuck was saying. If Michael goes to the basket, put his on the ground. And I put his because once he get up there, you gotta hit him. You gotta hit him. I mean, every time he went to the basket, we hit him and stuff like that. So, but and I say I got a lot of credit, man. I mean, like these players today, man, they don't really respect how tough it was to play in that era. You know how tough it is when you have to go to the basket, get your teeth knocked out, go to the basket, get your head knocked off, and go to the basket and be on the ground and stuff like that, and all of a sudden nobody wants to pick you up. They don't understand that stuff, how we played. And guess what, though? That's why I call Michael the greatest basketball player ever, because he got his ass handed to him a lot. Because we hit him, man.
So and Jordan was tough.
Jordan even said, he said, I had to get back in the weight room. I had to go to the weight room because of Detroit.
The aura of MJ at that time, your rookie year, he's coming off a championship. Matter of fact, he's coming off 2 championships, sorry. He's coming off the Dream Team. He's at the peak of MJ. What is it like just being on the floor with him, man?
I don't know what God looks like. It's like seeing God.
Really?
Yeah. Because, I went to a couple NBA games when I was a youngster, wasn't really impressed. San Antonio watching David Robinson. David Robinson impressed me a little bit, but the stuff that he did on TV, and then you see it in real life, he's like, oh my God, it's really real. Like he came at me like one of the first players of the game, and in my mind, I was like, I'm not getting dunked on. So I tried to meet him early, slid by me, I bumped him, and he still did that, and he laid it up off and the crowd went crazy. I was like this guy's real. But it also gave me confidence because he was killing us. He was killing Nick and those guys, but he came up for screen one time and he shot it. I didn't block it, but I was there. I was like, if I can get up early and, maybe, jump a little higher, go a little harder, maybe I can get it. So, in order to be the best, you have to beat the best.
In the last 2 minutes of the game, a young kid named Michael Jordan took over by himself.
Freshman.
That's freshman.
He's a young kid named Michael
I
Jordan.
I was like, who is this kid right here, man? And so I knew this. He was going to be a great pro. I didn't know he going to be that good of a pro. But that kind of set the tone for me in my thoughts of what I saw. And like I said, if you haven't played against Mike, you have no clue.
Mm-hmm.
You have no clue how good he is.
Yeah, MJ, when it was me, Dennis, and James Edwards, Ron Harper on that team.
Mm.
And, Ron Harper used to give Michael the numbers. Well, then people
When he was
don't
healthy?
know that. When he was healthy,
Ooh.
he was
Harper was a problem.
He was.
He used to talk about it in the Laker locker room all the
Yeah,
time.
he was a problem when he was healthy.
He was. And MJ, we're in a practice, and Phil says, tell him to go home, and he didn't know why, and he waited. And he was like, all right, we're playing for minutes, scrimmage for minutes. And MJ came in, nah, you ain't putting me out. And he had on regular tennis shoes. They looked like Vans, but they were Nike. And he had his sweats cut and rolled at the bottom. He thought he was fly. He wasn't. But, you don't say nothing to the Messiah. And he was like, yeah, put all the Pistons on that team, Wood Harp, and put Randy Brown over there. And Harp was pissed because Black Randy Brown was.
Yeah.
And we're playing. And all of a sudden, I'm running back, and MJ gets a steal. And I go, and he's about to do the right-hand jump. I said, I know exactly what dunk you're going to try. I'm getting this. I don't care. And I drop step and turn around about to jump. And as I'm about to jump, his midsection is moving past my face. And you try to bring yourself down. He was like, block this. Boom. And I'm like, I take the ball out, boom, boom. I'm staying in the hotel behind the facility. So I would jump the fence. And I go home, I call my mother. She's like, how is it? I said, Ma, I just saw the greatest player of all time. She said, it took you that long to admit it. I go, yeah, it took me this long to admit it. But I just saw him playing tennis shoes, no tape, no knee brace, no wristband, sweatpants on, t-shirt, and a practice jersey, and thought he was in the finals against us. Like, he literally thought he was reliving the 80s. And I was like, yeah, this dude is on next level.
Michael Jordan didn't just change the game of basketball, he defined it. The man who transformed from a high school cut to a 6-time NBA champion did so by blending raw athleticism with a competitive fire that seemed impossible to extinguish. What set him apart wasn't just his skill, it was his mentality. Jordan had a killer instinct, a relentless drive to win, no matter the odds. He wasn't afraid of failure, and in fact, he used it as fuel. Whether it was a missed shot or a tough loss, MJ made those moments his stepping stones to greatness. It wasn't just his insane hang time, his clutch performances in the playoffs, or his ridiculous scoring records. Jordan embodied perfection in every aspect of the game. His work ethic was legendary, often staying hours after practice, refining even the smallest details of his game. But what truly cemented his place as a global icon was his ability to rise in the biggest moments. He didn't just perform, he dominated when the stakes were highest. The flu game, the 1998 finals, his iconic last shot against Utah, all etched into basketball lore, showing that when the pressure was on, Jordan was at his best. Even today, NBA legends like LeBron James, Kobe Bryant, and countless others praise MJ because they know what he accomplished wasn't just about talent, it was about mindset. Jordan taught them the importance of mental toughness, resilience, and, most importantly, how to elevate the game. The man didn't just inspire generations of players, he made them believe that greatness was attainable, if you were willing to do whatever it took. That's why, decades later, MJ's name is still synonymous with basketball immortality. Even after all these years, Michael Jordan's impact is felt in every corner of the basketball world. His greatness isn't just in the numbers or the trophies, it's in the culture he created. Please consider subscribing to the channel, leave a comment and see you in the next video.